So everyone, in today's video we will see about the predicate logic in artificial intelligence. Predicate logic is used in artificial intelligence for the sake of knowledge representation. In the last video we have seen the propositional logic in which we define statement whether it is contained 100% true value or false value. But what was the problem in the prepositional logic is that it is not defining the relation, but whenever we require knowledge representation, at that time we have to define the relation between different facts or for the sake of relation. So that is why we use predicate logic. Explaining the predicate logic, I have taken some examples here. The first example is Marcus was a man. Now, this example, if I want to show in the predicate logic, then which way I will explain it? That I am telling. So, in this is the one object and this is its property. So, whenever you require predicate logic, at that time you have to put this Marcus in a bracket and its property before the object. So this is the predicate logic of this explanation or this knowledge representation. So if I want to write this knowledge representation in artificial intelligence of any programming language, just like a Lisp and other programming language, so I have to write their main Marcus. So Marcus is the object and main is showing the property, or you can say it's a relation. In a similar way, when I represent this Marcus was a prompter. So this is the once again objective Marcus and its property is promption. So this is its predicate logic. In a similar way, if the example is Marcus tried to assassinate cashier, then how can I represent this in predicate logic? I will write here Marcus and cashier, and what is the action is going here? Assassinate. So I will put here assassinate here. Assassinate. That means Marcus tried to assassinate cashier. In this way, I can represent this knowledge representation into the predicate logic. So this predicate logic is in its simplest form. But whenever we require some typical types of knowledge representation, at that time we require some quantifier. So there are two quantifiers in the predicate logic. One is the universal quantifier and second one is the existence quantifier. So now we will see about them. So we have seen that predicate logic used for defining the relation between two or more than two objects. But what will be the degree of relationship? And there this quantifier comes. Means this quantifier show you what is the relation of between the two objects and what is the degree of them. So for that quantifier is used. So there are two types of quantifier. One is the universal quantifier and second one is the existential quantifier. So this is the symbol that is used for universal quantifier and this is the symbol used for the existential quantifier. Suppose if I want to show that all objects are related to another object fully, for that we will use the universal quantifier. And if I want to show that some of the objects related to the particular relation to other object, for that we will use the existential quantifier. And for example, suppose I am writing for all A. Just I told you what is all A means A is the one of the object, and if all the object are related to another, we will see the example here. Just I am telling you the in which way it is explained. For each A, for every A, that means total object A is related to another object. We will see just now in an example, so it is clearly more, but this is the way different explanation I have written. So if it is asked in example, so you know which way it is used. In a similar way, if there was some of the objects are related to another object, means this is the existential quantifier. So there exists B, example, for some B, for at least B, means it is not a fully, but somewhere somehow it is related to another object. Now we will see the example, so it will be cleared precisely. Now I have explained some of the example of predicate logic, or you can say first order of predicate logic, for explaining how quantifiers are used in predicate logic. So the first example is everyone is loyal to someone. So in that you have to see what are the different objects are here. So there are two objects, everyone and to some. And what is the relation between them? Loyal to. This is the relation. So in which way you will write the loyal to, then you will write everyone. In place of everyone you will put here x, and to some you will place y. So this is simple, but everyone, now you have to define the degree of x and y. So in which way you define? Because y is sum, so here you will use the existential quantifier. So you will write here this way y, and everyone you will use the universal quantifier. So you will write here this way x here, and you put colon here. So this is the two objects, their relationship. And now in which way these objects are used? For that you use universal quantifier for x, because everyone is used for x, and someone you have used the y, and degree for, you can define the degree of is with the help of existing quantifier here. In a similar way, now in second example, Sue eats everything Bill eats. That means Sue eats everything and Bill eats everything. That is the meaning here. So here what we are doing, we are taking two relations and combining them. So in a first way you will write here, suppose eat is the function or relation, so you will write here eat, Sue, and for everything I will put here x. Then the relation can be defined with this arrow. I will write eat, then Bill, then comma x. Now this is the x for everything. So how can I define everything? Here for x I will put here universal quantifier. So I will write here this way. So this way x can be defined for everything, and Sue eats everything, Bill eats everything. So this is the universal quantifier. Then eats Sue x, x is for this, and eats Bill comma x. That means, so it will show that Sue eats everything, Bill eats. Now in the third example, John likes all kind of food. Now we will see here two objects are here, John and food, and what is the relation between them? Likes. So we will write here like, then John, then x. Then we will put x is for x here. So this way John like food, all foods, but it is showing kinds of. So one more relation is there. So we will write here food x. That means John likes all kinds of food here. If I am writing here, I will not write here kinds, all of food, then there is no necessity to write this. Directly we can write here this way. Then John liked all foods, but because the kinds was there, that is why I have written one more relation just before. So I hope you understood the predicate logic. As much as you do the practice, the predicate logic concept will be clear for you. for you. If you have any problem in the predicate logic, just write in the comment box, so I will give the answer for that. I hope you understood the concept. Like my video, share it and subscribe my channel.